If you are a copywriter, never do these 5 mistakes. In this video, you are going to find out the 5 biggest copywriting mistakes. So, let's get started. Top 5 biggest copywriting mistakes that you should avoid. Now, if you are a copywriter, this is the first mistake that you should avoid. I sell to everyone. This is a very big mistake that most copywriters do because they think that everyone is my customer. That is wrong. If you think that anyone can be your customer, then no one is your customer. That is the case. So how do you prevent this? In order to prevent this, you can niche down your audience and try to identify the perfect customer avatar in your niche. The second mistake is this. My product is this, my product is that, my product has this feature, my product has that feature. This attitude you have to change it right now because you forgot a fundamental rule in copywriting, which is WIIFM. What is WIIFM? What is in it for me? This is called the spotlight method because in this case the spotlight is on you, your product, your company, your history. But let's face the truth, customers don't care about that because you are talking about you, not them. So please avoid that. You need to shift your mindset using the spotlight method. So how do you do this? You have to identify the customer needs and focus on those, not your product or service. That way it will be easier for you to persuade them to buy from you. So here's a quick and easy tip that you can implement. In order to prevent this, you have to think like your customer. It's about them, it is not about you. Good. Let's move on to the mistake number 3. A letter from a professor. You see, when you get a letter from a professor, that is very complex. It's like this, confusion. If you want to sound smart, this is not the option for you. Your sales letter should be simple. Yes, it should be very simple. Even a high school kid should be able to understand that. Now you might have a question. Why do I need to make it simple? Because people like simplicity. Deep down, we all like simplicity. Now, you might think that I can't do that because my customer is a well-educated person. Now, here's the thing. Their life is already complicated. Don't make it more complex. Don't think that they are going to take time to understand what you are going to say. You can use simple, casual language in your copy. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, in order to prevent this mistake, what you can do is imagine that the customer is sitting right next to you. How would you speak to him or her? Do you use complex words? Do you use very complex phrases? Obviously no. It's just a casual conversation. Having said that, let's move on to the next mistake, which is mistake number 4. I don't care what they say. Now this is a huge mistake that most copywriters do. They don't understand the power of OPO, other people's opinion. But if you understand the power of other people's opinion, you will be amazed by the results that it can produce. Here, this will help to understand your client, why they are buying your product or service. At the same time, when you get a review from your customer, it will be helpful for you to identify your weaknesses and improve the product or service accordingly. How to prevent this? You can collect testimonials. Collect testimonials as much as possible. Then you will be able to understand your client and then identify your weakness and then identify why the customers are buying from you. That is a very good knowledge that you can gain. Mistake number 5 is having too many options. Do this, do that, and then do this. You see, have a look at this picture. There are so many doors that you can choose. So, are you confused? If you are confused, you won't take any action. Same thing with your customer. If your customer is confused, he or she will ignore what needs to be done. Got it? So you have to prevent this in advance. You have to mention the exact action step that he or she needs to be. You have to mention the exact action step that needs to be done in order to take them to the next step in the buyer process. In order to prevent this, you have to include one call to action in your copy. Always have a single call to action and mention it specifically. So those are the 5 mistakes that you should avoid as a copywriter. Now it is time to share your thoughts. What mistakes you need to avoid when you are writing copy? Comment below and let me know. Let's discuss and help each other to grow as master copywriters. I'll see you in the next video.
Click the subscribe button now. Also click the bell icon to enable notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know when I release a new video.